I'm back with a monocolored deck today. This is All Will Be Big Red. The big red part is obvious. This is a mono red deck specializing in some big threats down the line. We've got a one of Fiery Emancipation, which is one of my favorite cards to play in mono red. It essentially triples all forms of damage that you can do to an opponent's permanent or player. And it's just freaking awesome. The only issue is that it's 6 mana, so it's kind of hard to get out of there. And then the other half of this name is All Will Be One, the namesake card from Phyrexia All Will Be One that honestly doesn't really see much play at all, even in the jank decks. So we're going to try to make that work today. And this enchantment essentially says that whenever you're putting counters on this stuff, this thing's going to deal damage to people. And so there's a couple of ways that we're going to do the counters. We have a Fable of the Mirrorbreaker, which is a saga, and remember that sagas get saga counters, so you'll be putting counters on those. Planeswalkers, when they do their plus abilities, get counters, and when they come into play, they get all their counters put onto them. So Chandra being cast and entering the battlefield causes 4 counters to put onto her. So All Will Be One turns her into both 4 mana, 4 damage, and you get a Planeswalker to boot. So that's pretty cool. Then there's another one. Solfim Mayhem Dominus will, similarly to Fiery Emancipation, he will double your damage instead of triple it. But he has the added benefit of being a body himself, and he can get an indestructible counter, so he's kind of hard to remove. So he's a good blocker and a good attacker. So that's all pretty cool. We also play 2 copies of Volt Charge. It's a removal spell that also allows you to proliferate, so that can deal some side damage with All Will Be One. We have 2 copies of the little Planeswalker Chandra, Dressed to Kill. This is kind of just a generally good card, makes some mana, gives you some card advantage, and if you're able to -7 her, then she just becomes another source of burn for your opponent. It's really cool. And then, let's see, what else do we have here? We have the board wipes in Anger of the Gods and Sweltering Suns. We're playing red, so we have the 3 mana damage-based removal spells. Those get doubled up with Solfim and tripled with Fiery Emancipation, so if that ever becomes something that matters, then great for us. Then we have a couple other things here in Seize the Spoils, which is semi-ramp and also card draw. Mindstone is ramp and card draw, and then we have a little bit of removal here down at the low end with Static Discharge and Play with Fire. Our mana base has Crawling Barrens, another land that gets counters put onto it, so that's pretty cool. And then there's a Karn's Bastion, which is nice when you have Planeswalkers. Other than that, we are indeed a mountain deck, and that is because we run Koth, Fire of Resistance. Yet another card from Phyrexia All Will Be One that doesn't really see that much play. This one makes a bit more sense because all that he really does is he really just likes mountains. That's all we can really say about him. +1 gets you a mountain, -3 deals damage based on how many mountains you have, and -7 cares about mountains coming in. Pretty straightforward, and it's exactly what we want in a mono red deck, so he's in here at 3 copies. So that's our big red deck. Let's go ahead and play some games. We're going to start in the play queue since this is definitely not competitively viable. And then if we do particularly well, we will try some ranked games and get our faces stomped in, so to speak. Anyway, let's get some games in, and I will see ya in game 1. Here we go. We got this cool little intro. I don't really know what that's all about, but that's fun. Anyway, we are here in round 1. We'll go ahead and keep this hand, I think. We'll eventually get to a All Will Be One. Oh, this is like the unset playmat. That's really cool. Let us lead on a Crawling Barrens to potentially confuse our opponent. Fairy was here. Like this little armadillo thing. Alright. So we do have goblins. We are going to absolutely be looking for one of our board wipes. Here is a Mindstone, and we get a Koth down next turn, or a Chandra. Chandra is particularly good because they play so many 1 mana creatures. Or 1 toughness creatures, that is. Chieftain would be something that I would like to kill. And now a top deck of one of my board wipes would be absolutely great right now. Instead, it's a land. So the question is, do I Koth minus to kill something? Do I care that they're on green? I don't really know what green goblins there are. So neither of these seem really good. I almost think I'm in a position where I would like to go ahead and seize the spoils. And we are going to have to hope that we find something to do here. I'm going to get rid of the Chandra. She seems the least good. Could have dropped a land, but eh. And wow, pretty unlucky. So if we don't find anything here, we are just about dead. We'll have one more look to go with Seize the Spoils. And no, we will not, because we're dead now. Alright, absolutely run over, but that's how it goes. This is a really cool new art. I'm recording this in at the end of March. Pretty cool. I like all these cosmetic additions they make. Anyway, that was round 1. Let's get on to our round 2. Here we go.
World on fire. Aw, you're looking a little singed. I'm done playing. Aw, party's over.
Fists up! I'll never forget the home we lost. high ground. I'm tougher than you! Won't harm my allies. I'll never forget the home we lost. I'm tougher than you! Retake this land from Phyrexia.
It's my turn. Let's light it up.
It can't end this way!
What's that smell? Oh, it's you burning. burn.
Hope you enjoyed a quiet game too. I forgot to turn on my mic, so I was just talking to nobody. We were able to finish round 2 with a pretty nice control finish. And yeah, in round 3, I think this is also kind of functional. We have Anger of the Gods and Volt Charge to remove our opponent's stuff. Here's a mountain. It is Artillery Enthusiast. Okay. They chose not to discard, which is notable. I don't have anything to do here, so it's just going to be mountain, mountain, mountain. I'm going to play my third mountain instead of Crawling Barrens because of Koth. Okay, and so this is Goblin aggro. This is the red-green variant, which honestly, like, I've seen kind of a lot lately. I don't know what the deal with that is, but they're going to play Hobgoblin Bandit Lord, and I've seen a version of this deck that can essentially loop Goblin Matrons, and it essentially wants to play a lot of things that buff your Goblins, either by the activated ability of this. You want to give them haste through a War Chief thing, and then there's also Runevelt Horde Master. That is another thing that you can do. I'm going to just clip their War Chief right now. Maybe should have done that with Volt Charge. Whoops. Yeah, because I could have Angered the Gods. I think I'm going to wait a little bit longer for Anger of the Gods. So maybe Koth. Well, Koth minus means that he gets killed. I'll just play Koth as a way of soaking up damage. I'm going to wait for them to play their first buff spell, and then I'll rip off the Anger of the Gods. As long as it's not a few, then we'll be fine. Goblin Influx Ray. Yep. So this is the kind of combo with Runevelt. Yep. So these get +1. Does this fully kill Koth? He goes to 2, and they're going to be able to get something. So now I'm happy that I saved my Anger of the Gods. We're gonna just pull the trigger there. And I'm going to then plus find another mountain. Koth is making sure that we do not miss our land drop ever. Now I have either Chandra just to kill with Volt Charge or all will be one. Looking like I want to do Volt Charge Chandra. So here is this, plus for a mountain. We're just thinning our deck with Koth and they can't kill him. It's great. Let's do... Well, Chandra, I can plus and I'll have an extra mana. I already played my land drop for turn, which was somewhat of a mistake. I would like to have been able to hit something with Chandra. I'm going to see if I can find anything interesting, and that was just a land, wasn't it? No, it was a Mind Stone. Alright, we're going to kill Kranko, make sure that he can't make any friends, and both of these are going to get counters. So now Koth needs to be attacked, otherwise they are risking losing to his emblem. But little do they know we have an all will be one coming down next turn. This is danger. This is like Muxus danger. They can Muxus with these 5 mana. Yep, there it is. And we might be dead. Let's see what happens. Alright, they're going to try to kill Chandra. Let's hope they don't hit too well. Oh, Grumgully, Battlecry, and Hobgoblin. Okay. Luckily, nothing has haste. Okay, so what do I need to do here? Koth can minus, and I can kill anything on the board, any one thing. Chandra, I'm gonna plus. Look for a board wipe. Please, please, please. Volt Charge, not too bad. I can kill Bandit Lord. Then I can kill Grumgully. Or I could... I need to all will be one next turn, I think. So let's drop a land. I'm going to Volt Charge Bandit Lord. I'll have 4 mana left over. That's enough for Mind Stone and activation. So then Koth... Yeah, I need to deal some damage here, otherwise I'm going to die. I think I need to kill Muxus. Yeah, Muxus is going to deal too much damage to me if allowed to attack, so let's kill this thing. Unfortunately, I can't Koth. Koth is going to have to minus. It's the right thing to do. Yeah, it's going to be Muxus, I think. They can sack Skirk Prospector to fizzle it, but it doesn't matter. Alright, so now we only look at 6 damage, which is a bit better. They do have the opportunity to kill either one of my Planeswalkers if they'd like to. Ooh, they got haste now. Okay. That's not very good. Gotta see... Ooh, yeah, that's really not good. Let's see what dies. Do they kill all my Planeswalkers or do they go face? Because they can actually just murder me here. Let's see if they do the math correctly. Ooh. Alright, distracted by the friendly Planeswalkers over there. Wow. Let me just draw my card. Not sure we have a board wipe that can save us here. The land's not going to do it either. No. Alright, so they're dead. They're very dead. And, if I was playing Burn Down the House, I'd have an opportunity to win here, but I am not. So, yeah, unfortunately, we can just show them the all we won, and we will get out of there. Alright, so that was round 3. This time with my commentary. Let's move on to round 4 and try to get 2 more games here. Alright. This does not have a lot of stuff to do in the early game, and doesn't even have the guarantee of a 3rd mana. I'm going to mulligan this one. This is less good, but I'd rather have it. We have early plays and a Koth. Esper Sentinel, I'm not initially worried about that, so I will hold. Interesting. Okay. We could be facing a deck that plays Nettlecyst. I think I hold my Play with Fire, interestingly enough. 3 return's not the worst thing that could happen. I'm going to just play a Mind Stone right now. I get totally blown out if they go and play a Nettlecyst right now. I hardly ever see that card, so hopefully that's not what happens here. Okay, Ingenious Smith is bad, but not the worst. This seems to be a budget version of the Metatext deck that I have played recently. So let's see what we can do about that. So we have the ability to play Sulfim now. Let's do that. That does get around Esper Sentinel. Then Koth is probably another good option. We'll need to kill the Ingenious Smith this next turn. And now that we're kind of blanking damage, this feels good. I can actually Play with Fire and Volt Charge on my opponent's turn. I'm going to do that, and then we'll play the Koth game. Another Darksteel Citadel, so here we will just go ahead and deal damage and proliferate. I will pay for one of these. You may get the... Oh, okay. Did not mean to do that. I will submit 0 here. Yes, I didn't mean to pay for both of those. I wanted to still hold up Play with Fire to kill the spike, but it's okay. If I cast it later, then... Oh, okay. Maybe I can just kill a Skrull. We're kind of just playing for a board state where I can find a removal spell. Alright, let's play a Koth here using the Mind Stone. I will... It sucks giving him a card. I'm going to just double decline here, and then I'm going to make sure to use my Play with Fire this turn. I would like to, I think, just plus this. Start to get the lands out of my deck. We're going to force them to waste time trying to kill that thing. And I can Play with Fire here. I'm going to probably just take Skrelv. I'd like to not die to Toxic, and then Static Discharge can deal with the Thopter. If they go for Koth, I think I can rationalize spending life on Sulfim. Though they're not going to have that big of creatures, so maybe I don't want to do that. Another Skrelv, sure. I mean, Sulfim's just going to be sitting here blocking stuff. Ah, Michiko's Reign of Truth. That's right. Okay, so Thopter gets big, and now I'm losing what's-his-face. Oh, they can almost kill me. Oh, they can kill me. Wow. 19-18. Cool. Fun little take on the Artifact aggro strategy. I like the combo between Skrelv being able to get things through to hit the face and all these buff spells. Pretty cool take. Was this mono white? This was mono white. So Ingenious Smith, Michiko's, all that glitters is not something that I thought that I would want to put in this kind of deck. But yeah, makes sense. I think without playing a second color, you do lose out on the... Well, I usually play this in Azorius, so you lose out on the blue aspect where you can, you know, just play the Ensoul Artifact strategy and get your 4 damage, 5 damage on turn 1 attacking. So, you know, still this deck was strong enough. It was able to beat me, so props to my opponent. Fun deck. Here we go. That was round 1, 2, 3, 4. We got one more to go. Let's hop in. All right, we're here in the final round. Looks like opponent is going to allow me to go first. We have an Anger of the Gods finally. I feel like I was missing that the past few rounds, so let's give that a try. Keep 7 here. Opponent goes first. I'll go mono red. Ooh, nice. We got a Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I've also been wanting one of these. So I'll play a Mind Stone on turn 2. And then it's either Anger of the Gods or Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Since this seems like some sort of 5-color or potentially control deck, I will probably play Fable. Oh, it's a combo deck. Very cool. So assemble the team. What are they doing? Could be a lot of stuff. So this is sans red so far. So everything but red. I have the opportunity to play a Koth next turn or a Sulfim. I mean, that's kind of good too, isn't it? Sulfim sets up a big Anger of the Gods in case they reanimate something large. They found the card. I have 4 mana now. I can get something in without fear of a counterspell. Is it Koth or Sulfim? Let's be fancy. I'm going to play Sulfim first. If I delay my Koth, then it's fine because I have 1 mana here. Do they have the ability to kill Sulfim? That was the question. If it's a 1-for-1 removal spell, that's not the worst thing in the world. They found the World Tree. Whether or not that was the assemble target or if it was already in their hand, I do not know. But here we go. So this is... They're channeling Sky Turtle. Whoa. Not something I usually expect to see. And so this was channeling creature. So let's get an all will be 1 out now. That means that next turn's Koth will be huge, and then I can also play with fire. Koth will find my land drop for the turn as well, which is convenient. I'll be left with 1 unspent mana, it looks like, after playing my next turn's land drop. So let's see what our opponent's up to. Looks like it involves a lot of thought. As they are really thinking about these turns. Okay, so let's just show them Koth. Alright, we can hold priority here. Well, actually, we don't get to hold priority because there's a triggered ability from All Will Be 1. But now we've just done 6 damage to them in 1 turn. Thank you, All Will Be 1. Love you. And we're going to hold Play with Fire here. Next turn, if I can hold Play with Fire, I can Sulf him and then just, I think, get pretty close to killing them. So I will just happily pass through this. Play with Fire is good to hold on to for sure. Yeah, if Sulfum sticks, then Anger of the Gods is big. There's a lot of good stuff in our hand here. They're really taking their time with these lands here. I mean, the World Tree is making all of them every color, so... What's the goal here? Swamp Mountain, okay. Oh, you know what? The fact that they took so long here might... They may be playing towards an ultimatum, though it doesn't matter. So I don't really get what the deal is. Another Anger of the Gods. Let's go ahead and find our mountain for the turn. Oh, I kind of wish I had done that after playing Sulfim. Whatever. Here is... Where's Sulfim? There you are. And now we have probably just Play with Fire, I think. And then maybe activate Sulfim. If we draw a mountain next turn, I'm just going to minus Koth and try to kill my opponent. Destroy all creatures. May I introduce to you the... let's see, let's do a 1 and a red. May I introduce to you the Indestructible counter. We'll get rid of our board wipes since they don't seem to be doing anything about that. Go to 10. Try to destroy all creatures. Not going to happen. I deal 4 with Play with Fire, and then the -7 with Koth. Or I go find a mountain. Play with Fire. Boop. Scry. Oh, I do want to find my mountain, and now we can kill our opponent. So we would have just -7 to Koth here, and then entered the mountain, which would have done 8 damage to our opponent. And boom, we got it. That is mono red, big red. All will be one big red. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, drop a like, drop a subscribe. Those are the things that help me build this channel. As I record this, we are about to hit 100 subscribers. So thank you guys for being around. And I think by the time you guys see this video, we should be hopefully far past that. At any rate, thank you for watching. I'm happy that you guys are here. And have yourself a great day. See you in the next one.